Okay, so what is up, everyone? So right now we're gonna talk about the update 4.7 patch notes. So here we go. So it's sell side this time. Hey everyone, 4.7 is finally here. As mentioned in our 2021 preview, a big focus for this year is improving existing systems and features in Skullgirls Mobile. You'll find some of these improvements in the update, with many more yet to come later in the year. Of course, we couldn't resist including some brand new content too. Read on for all the juicy details. New additions. Store redesign. Cool. Okay, so they've divided the stuff. Crown Jewel, limited offers, daily deals, bank vault. Nice. So up until now, the store could be a little overwhelming if several offers had all been triggered simultaneously. That's true. These new tabs will highlight giveaways and offers and make it easier to find whatever offer you may be looking for. Please note that initially this new store will only be available to some players. What does that mean? So it's not going to be on iOS or something? So don't be alarmed if you see the old store. It will be made more widely available at a later date. Okay? So just remember, new store, not going to be available to everyone. So if you still see the old store, don't send them complaints, okay? Just fucking stop. Cinco de Mayo event. Hooray. The Viva la Fiesta prize fight will return this year, featuring Bandera relics. Bandera relic is similar to previous event relics and will contain a small pool of themed and popular fighters. So Gangrene, Triple Threat, Blood Drive. For silver. For gold, you'll have Timeless Hero, Weekend Warrior, Time Thief. For diamond, you have Firebranded, Dream Band, and Somersault. The Viva La Fiesta prize fight will start on May 5th and run for 4 days. This event requires an air, light, and firefighter on your team. So players with deep, diverse collections will really get to shine. Like other special event prize fights, there are huge rewards available, including tons of Bandera relics. Stay tuned to our social media for further announcement about this event. I would like to think that I am a player with a deep, diverse collection, and this prize fight still drives me insane. I just want to say, this fucking prize fight. God damn it. All right. Holodeck hazards. Holodeck Hazards made its debut in 4.6 as a special limited time event. During its run, we received lots of feedback about the mode, and as promised, we've made some adjustment to it for 4.7. Holodeck was only available on the weekend and refreshed every hour. While this version of the mode was very popular and well received, we also noticed a couple recurring points of feedback. Several popular events already run on weekends. That's true. Adding in Holodeck on top of those events made weekends a bit overcrowded. Having the event refresh regularly throughout the day was very stressful, with many players feeling they had to play the mode at every refresh opportunity or feel they were missing out. Yeah, pretty much the second point is absolutely true. Holodeck was maximized by people who could log in every fucking hour. And for people who couldn't, they are missing out on quite a bit of XP. So yeah, that is a fair point. So to address these issues, we have adjusted Holodeck to be available once a day, every day. This will still allow players to gain large amounts of XP quickly without an overt amount of stress, and it should fit into everyone's schedule. A shark's work is never done though, and we expect Stanley to make future adjustments and additions to the mode in future updates, okay? So this is not the final form of Holodeck. So they're probably just gonna roll this out and see what happens. And again, okay. So for those who are complaining that once, so this is technically, Holodeck is gonna be 7 times a week, right? Because once a day, 7 days in a week, so 7 times a week, okay? So a lot of people are, I've already been seeing complaints about this, and Although, I mean, I see where you're coming from. I don't necessarily. It's not that I disagree with them. It's like I don't have that same complaint, right? As someone who would rather not log into the game every hour on weekends, because I like my weekends. I like spending them for like other important things like jerking off. But you know, I do think there's some validity to people wanting to have the option to like just fucking holodeck every hour on weekends. I do get it. And comparing that to like 7 holodecks a week, you know, people who get to holodeck every hour, that's like a reduced amount of experience total, right? Here's what you guys need to remember is like in the 2021 roadmap, they mentioned XP consumables. Okay, XP consumables are they're coming along the way. Wherein you just give an item, you just give some fucking candy to whatever fighter, and they just level up or they gain experience shit like that, right? So the fact that XP consumables are coming in the future, I do think they have to regulate the XP gain of holodeck, the total XP gain. So all even if they didn't mention it, I do think this ties together with future additions to the game. Okay, so yeah. Although again, I do sympathize with people who were able to holodeck every hour during the weekends. For those who were able to do it, I do feel like it is a loss to these players. So it is what it is. I do think this is still good. Don't underestimate the 7 holodecks a week. This is still a huge boost to XP gain. Believe me. Okay. All right. So checkmate. Checkmate. Excision. Incision. To incise and to excise are very two different things in surgery. Or sorry, checkmate, incision. As Skullgirls has grown, we've been pushing the technical limits of each new character added to the roster. You can really see this with Annie, who has all the tools, including a whole host of special moves and blockbusters that can be used in the air. In the first of many updates to earlier characters, Valentine's Checkmate Incision has been upgraded to allow players to use it in the air. Try squeezing it into your air juggles or after a laryngectomy to see what new combo routes you can find. Okay. So that's how it looks like. You can use it in the air. Pretty cool. All right. There you go. So you can use it in the air. You can link it with stuff like laryngectomy. So this is great. I do think the bigger news than Checkmate Incision is the implication that it brings. That implication being they are planning to update older fighters' movesets over time. That I do think is more exciting than the Checkmate Incision news itself. It's just the idea that they're planning to do this to not just Valentine. Like, there's more coming for other characters. So, pretty exciting. Pretty exciting stuff. So, all right. My feedback on Checkmate Incision itself, I talked about this yesterday, is that I'm still having a hard time. I'm still having a hard time reconciling if Checkmate Incision will become an auto include over like the standard triple counter venom plus forbidden procedure. right? The fact that you can only equip 5 moves, like the problem with Checkmate Incision wasn't really that you couldn't use it in the air. That wasn't the problem with Checkmate Incision at all. The problem with Checkmate Incision was that it was competing with triple counter venoms plus Forbidden Procedure plus X, right? Plus X, meaning X could be anything. It could be a level 3 blockbuster. It could be an outtake. It could be like Vial Hazard B for combo resets and additional meter control. So it was really the fact that Checkmate Incision was kind of competing with all of these other great moves, right? So if you're, I guess in PvP, or if you're trying to make combo vids, then Checkmate Incision suddenly goes up in priority. But from a PvE standpoint, where you'd rather maximize damage, I do think like triple counter venom plus forbidden is still, is still pretty premium, just because of like the burst, just the raw burst that string of moves brings. Yeah, I do feel like Checkmate Incision will still have a hard time competing with like staple Valentine movesets for PvE. Okay. However, this is a huge improvement. And again, please, guys, please don't put words in my mouth. I'm not saying this is a bad addition and this is not gonna do anything. I'm just saying from a practical standpoint, I do think Checkmate Incision will still have a hard time competing with, your staple bread and butter Valentine movesets. Okay, I'm not saying it's useless. It's pretty good, especially for people who want to extend combos. I do think. So someone in chat mentioned Silent Kill. Yeah, Silent Kill does benefit a bit from extended combos because of foggy memory. So yeah, definitely, and the fact that Checkmate Incision procs bleeds, it's still nothing to ignore. Okay, that's how I'm not saying that this is a useless addition. I'm just saying, okay, triple counter venoms and plus forbidden, it's still a tough bread and butter set to compete with. Okay, economy changes. Relic adjustments, Creature of Habit, Biting Cold, and Prism Plumage have all been added to standard relics. Okay. Other changes, miscellaneous. Adjusted the flame colors on Thrill Shrieker's palette. Interesting. So guys, remind me throughout the stream. I want to see the flame colors of Thrill Shrieker, because I don't know what they look like, so I can compare it with the new patch. Okay, fix an issue where holodeck hazards and accursed experiments would not properly refresh after their event timers expired. So yeah. This is a thing. This is actually a thing. I needed to reset the game before the timers refreshed back then. But the fact that it's like once a day, even if they didn't fix it, that it is definitely gonna happen less because holodeck's now once a day. But I'm glad they're gonna change. They're fixing it. Okay. So fix some issues where players could get stuck in the tutorial. That's pretty funny. That's pretty fucking funny. The game is probably like, you probably haven't learned enough about the game yet. Fucking stay in tutorial until you've learned your lesson, mister. Why did they fix this? They should have just kept it there. Alright. Fix an issue where health remaining points were not being counted correctly in Rift battles. Oh, wow. Interesting. I never noticed. I just click continue after I win a fight. Ooh, that's huge. That's actually huge. Alright. Fix an issue where fighters were not being properly released from deployments. I don't know what that means. Fix an issue where the in-game chat window could be cut off on the home screen. Fixed an issue where the in-game chat window was cut off, so you see less of the game chat. I don't see how that's a bad thing. All right. Updated some characters' home stages to be more narratively accurate. When you view a fighter in your collection, their home stage will be used as a back. Oh, that's pretty cool. I actually like that. This looks like a small change, but I do think this is pretty cool. Nice. All right. Combat. Fixed an issue where Biting Cold Painwheel would ignore on-death signature abilities. There we go. So I was very quiet about it because a lot of players were like very, very like hype about this, and they were like saying Biting Cold is like a super top tier offensive fighter because she can ignore on that signature ability. So I stayed quiet about that for a while because I had a feeling that they were gonna patch this out quite soon. So there it is. All right. Fix an issue where Biting Cold's revive block signature ability would not trigger if the opponent was defeated with a throw. That is interesting. So yeah, I'm glad they fixed that. Fix an issue where Biting Cold's revive block signature ability would not trigger if the opponent revived instantly after being defeated. So what it seems to me is that Biting Cold's signature ability is still meant to block revives, including instant revives like Last Hope, Plot Twisted, and Big Top. But it's not meant to ignore other on-death triggers like Killjoy reviving her other teammates or Immoral Fiber's self-destruct. That's what I'm getting from this. So we're gonna test that. We're gonna test that when 4.7 lands. Don't worry. But yeah, based on these notes, that's what it looks like. Okay. Let's move on for now. Fix an issue where the clear modifier could revive fighters after they had been defeated with Catastrophe Cannon Omega. No, that's very specific. I'm glad they're fixing it. Oh, that's a really specific spot. Fixed an issue where the fight could get stuck in the super flash state if Peacock was defeated and revived when activating Shadow of Impending Doom. That is also a very specific bug fix. Wow, I've never seen this bug. Fix an issue where the stage tinting would become permanent if a fighter was defeated during their own blockbuster. Wow, that's pretty funny. I haven't seen that yet either. Question mark. There have been unconfirmed reports that some new fighters have snuck into this update. Apparently, these new variants will only appear as AI-controlled opponents for now. If you encounter any of these fighters, make sure to take a screenshot and let us know. What? I haven't seen these yet. Okay. So leave a comment below if you have any questions. Let us know what you think of this update. Also, keep an eye out on our social media accounts for the reveal of the next brand new character on May 6th. Okay? Get hype, everyone. As always, thanks so much for all the support. Hidden Variable.